That's the Lions Den. I am Damian Johnson.
D. Lee.
One and only Kino Bino.
And we are the Lions Den. Fellas, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. We finally getting this thing popping. We already know what the objective is to build this. We've always spoken about it, but now it's time to get this thing rolling. We're gonna start off with these current events. I don't know if y'all know Brittany Griner is stuck in Russia. Well, Kino, first of all, do you know who Brittany Griner is?
Yeah.
Who?
She played basketball.
Where?
United States.
Okay. Yeah.
But so apparently she's been stuck there for a couple of weeks now in Russia because the Russian authorities said that Griner, who's 31, had cannabis oil in her luggage at the airport and accused her of smuggling a significant amount of narcotic substances, an offense that the Russian government says is punishable by up to 10 years in prison.
You know that's BS though, right?
How?
So when you're traveling with any kind of substance, there's gonna be a little bit of residue. I don't think she's that dumb to actually have cannabis inside her luggage.
No, it was cannabis oil.
Well, same thing. But so what that is?
She's been there for she's been there for 3 weeks now. But the thing is, like a lot of people are concerned because they feel like, especially with Russia being at war right now, they're gonna use her as a ploy, as a political ploy.
That's expected.
Yeah. So
they're just trying to do that to get back at US.
Maybe.
Well, I'm just kind of mad that it's not all over the news or anything like that. It's kind of like basically talked about just a little bit. I mean, this is kind of big, especially for sports.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It is. But I mean, I just pray for her safety because
I got one question though. Why is she going to Russia?
She was playing in Russia because the WNBA doesn't pay enough to support. They just don't make enough money, so she can make more money in Russia playing in their league because basketball is played around the world all throughout the seasons. So
so she was playing in the Russian league.
Yeah, she was playing in the Russian league.
See that part I didn't know. Because I questioned that too. I was like, why is she traveling through Russia? But it makes sense now. But damn, I mean, to be stuck with cannabis oil and now you facing 10 years in prison.
So what's the purpose? Educate me here. What's the purpose of that oil though? Is it like pain relief or what is it?
Brother, I have no idea.
Because probably, I'm saying if
you think about it, probably the other countries probably got they're probably not as strict. They probably don't even test for that. We don't really know what Russia tests for, and she could probably have that over there playing. But just to make an example.
The dialogue.
Lord have mercy. I should take a picture of that face right now, though.
What? We gonna have to put together and get this man.
Internet service.
Yeah, Comcast internet service good, yo.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed when I stopped talking and nobody was moving, I knew I had a problem.
Yeah. But no, I mean, at the end of the day, we pray for her safety, and we hope they can work something out to get her home to her family, because I can't even imagine. Russia is the last place I think anybody wants to go to jail.
Well, it's funny. They have a tagline where they say the U.S. don't negotiate with terrorists, though. So yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I was looking at something saying that I think the Secretary of Defense is trying to work, and don't quote me on that, but somebody from the government is trying to work on something for her. I got to go back and follow up with that.
She's not the only one that has been stuck over on I don't say enemy lines, but across overseas. Just not too long ago, was it ASAP Rocky? was in
Yeah.
Paris stuck there, and Trump had to go get him out.
Yeah.
So things can be done, and things has been done over the period of time in the past. Things that just got blown up, publicized, and things that was on a hush hush that kind of leaked out a little bit. If you were watching, you'll see it. But of course, especially urban wise, it doesn't get as nearly as much news as the rest.
Which is why I think they were saying that they're probably gonna try to use this one as a political ploy, especially with all the sanctions being placed on them and whatnot. But like I said, we'll keep track on that story and keep everybody updated as more information come out about that. Devin, who you giving them flowers to, man?
Gotta get a flower. We gotta get flowers to the moms and dads out there. That's like we said, we spoke on the kids out here getting so hit with so many different obstacles and changing things here in Florida. So just true parents out there that's taking care of their kids and still keeping their household together. I mean, I definitely gotta give the flowers to the real OGs out there, the real parents and mom and dads out there that's teaching their kids right from wrong, and you know what's really real and what's really fake out here, because we got a lot of things that how the government is trying to push for us to raise our children, and you know we got some old school parents out here, so definitely got to tip my hat out to the audience here that's just watching this. You know, keep doing your thing, keep raising kids how we were brought up and how our grandparents brought us up. And you know, as long as we instill those good morals and values into our youth, we'll have a stronger future. You know, so you know the real parents, the real grandparents, you know, like that is definitely who I'm giving the flowers to.
And so you giving flowers to a man too?
Yo, when I tell you I was waiting for it. When I tell you I was waiting for it.
Figuratively.
But the crazy part is I was waiting for him to say a guy's name so I could get him.
Yeah. See, I chose my words wisely. I know Kino Mino gonna be down there lurking.
Yo, boy, I say if this dude say he gonna give this flowers to John Doe, I was gonna say, bro, you giving flowers to a man like that? I mean, hey, you know, whatever. I'll be sleeping.
Yeah, I know y'all was gonna clown me for that one. I know it was coming. He was waiting. He was waiting for my little box to turn yellow and
I will even get you on that freeze.
But there you go. There you go.
Oh snap.
But no, I definitely agree, yo.
I told him to stop using his phone as a mobile hotspot, yo.
Oh boy. But with that being said, yo, that is a perfect segue into our topic of discussion. We kind of touched on this a while back with the whole Dr. Dre and his daughter situation. Right. Yeah. Now, before we even get into it, I think it's only fair for us to say none of us really knows the intricate details of what's going on with him and his daughter, right? It's all speculations, all whatever's reporting in the news. We don't know why whatever's going on between them is going on. We can only go by what the media is telling us. But with that being said, you know, it kind of started a heated debate between me and Kino. I don't think you were there, Devin, about when is it okay or the right time to say, okay, enough is enough and stop supporting your kids. Right. So apparently with Dr. Dre, Dr. Dre's daughter, his daughter is reportedly living out of her car. And Kino, how you felt some type of way about that, which is why.
Yeah, so as I stated before, like I look at my kids like they're a part of me. So whatever they're going through, I'm going through as well. You see what I'm saying? There's no way I can be in a spot financially where I'm able to help and said, nah, these grown ass kids, so figure it out. Bro, I'm at home sleeping comfortable in my bed, and my daughter's out there living out of her car. Nah. No matter the circumstance, there's no excuse you can give me to say it's okay for your daughter to sleep in her car, bro, and you living comfortable.
Yeah, but see, that wasn't what sparked the debate. What sparked the debate was when you said, regardless of whatever happens with them, you're always going to take care of them.
And I stick by that too. I mean, eventually I was getting there, but I stick by that too.
Yeah,
Like,
we 2 minutes in and I'm ready to strangle this man.
nah, listen, I stick by what I said. It don't matter what age you are. There's no way I can be sitting on money and you struggling, dog. I don't care if you lazy. I don't care if you're an addict. As long as I'm financially able to help, just know you can come to my doorstep any day. I won't turn you away.
All right, so let me give you a backstory, Deborah. So again, nobody's saying that you're not supposed to help your kids, right?
Right.
But and I got to give Keno his credit. He held his own when we had that discussion. It was like, let's say like 10 of us, and he was the odd man out because he was saying what sparked the debate was when he said, regardless, and I'm paraphrasing, but regardless of whatever, like if they can be messing up, he'll give them money, they mess it up, and they keep coming back. And at some point, we're like, yo, that's condoning the foolishness. At some point, you got to pull that umbilical cord.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm not saying like you leave them struggling forever, but you kind of got to let them fall on their face a little bit.
So you still feel the same way, Keno?
What you mean? I stick by what I said, bro. I stick by what I said.
So you wouldn't let them get a little tough love, little like I say, you fall on your face. We're gonna see how you dig your way out of this. Mommy and daddy, we're gonna observe you from afar type of thing. Now, you ain't gonna sit there and watch you starve to death, literally, but kind of.
At what point do you say no? What test for you to have your daughter sleeping out of her car? At what point do you intervene?
It depends on the situation.
Bro, you sitting on millions. I'm saying you, Dev, right now, sitting on millions. Your daughter said, hey, Pops, I'm homeless. I'm out here sleeping in my car. Like what you gonna do? You figure it out? You a grown-ass woman? What you gonna do? That's your flesh and blood, dog.
It like I said, why we gotta, as a discussion has to be made, we gotta figure out why you in this car. Why probably I didn't gave you millions more than what I should have. Just because I'm a multi-millionaire.
That's the point I was trying to get across.
What you mean gave you more than you should have?
Yeah, but doesn't mean all of my money should go to you at your beck and need. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever
who should it go to? The government? After you die, you're gonna give it to the government?
That you didn't skip and you missing the whole point, because that had nothing to do with death. Of course, the kid and the rest of the siblings are gonna get money. Of course, I'm leaving my family set up, but we're talking about this kid being in the car, sleep or homeless or whatever the case may be. And like I said, we don't know what measures that he exhausted, to the point where he kind of said, you know what? You got to get yourself out of this situation. I'm going to observe you from afar.
I'm going to sit back, because this is what I was trying to get across to this man. Like, at some point, you got to pull that umbilical cord, yo.
All right, God forbid.
Hold on. Before you say that, hold on.
All right.
Because to Devrin's point, and again, this is all speculation because we don't know the intricate details of their circumstances. But just for argument's sake, at some point, we already know how the island culture is. If you keep condoning foolishness, they're gonna keep coming back.
Right.
Correct? So at some point, when do you say, all right, enough is enough? If you're not willing to help yourself, then there's nothing I can do for you.
But what if it's but at the point I made to you too. What if it's an addict? You gonna turn your back?
You can't help an addict until the addict wants to help themselves.
Yeah.
Bruh, it's crazy for you to say
I
that
mean,
because
it's
some of these addicts don't even know what they're going through, dog. It's in the heat of
you
the
say
moment
that
when they're high.
because it's outside looking in is easier to criticize until you've gone over and over and over and over again with this child. And let's just say you have 4 kids, but this one child can't get right. But the other kids have gone off and did something with themselves. So should I keep just giving to this one child? I mean, of course, like I said, I'm not going to abandon the child. I like that child that can't get right. I'm not like writing the child off. But at some point, you got to say enough is enough and say, you know what? I'm gonna let this child fall a little bit, and then like observe them from afar and see what they. Because chances are, once they know that their lifeline been pulled, they gonna get right.
So there's a video.
So you talking about tough love, basically. I mean, every parent got a different way to express love.
Exactly, tough love.
There's a video, and I'm gonna send it to you, Kino. There's a video of Bishop T.D. Jakes talking. It's about a minute long. He's like, again, I'm paraphrasing, but he's saying that you can't give your child everything because they'll never learn how to fend for anything. Because the reality is none of us are going to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? And we are who we are as men because some of the things our parents didn't bail us out on. Now, again, that's not to say that if you're trying, if you have a problem, right? Going back to your addict analogy, if somebody's an addict and you check them into rehab and they leave rehab before it's done, but every time they're willing to go to rehab, then they're trying. It's a tough battle. So nobody's sitting there saying that turn your back on somebody. But if they're saying, yo, can you really help me? And you check them in and then, they fall off the wagon and leave rehab early before they finish the program. A couple of weeks later, they come back, I'm sorry, and they really want to try, then yeah, you can try to help that person. But if you're not even really even putting in the work, not putting in the groundwork to help yourself, and I've raised you up until 18 to where you had everything at your right in front of you. Whatever you want, it's right in front of you. At what point do you say, all right, nah, you just not just gonna get a Bugatti just because daddy rich? Work for that.
Nah, but guess what? Everybody's not built the same way, bro. We got different mentalities, different discipline. I am telling you that there's some grown ass people out there that you gotta hold their hands. It's no. I'm just telling you that's how it is.
You already know me. I'm not holding no grown person hands.
That's what I'm saying. That's different. All right. If you have a child, like say you wealthy, right? Generational wealth, you trying to pass it down to your kids, right? But you're telling me that, remember, there's going to be a one-off situation where your child not going to have the same drive as you. They're probably not going to want to be following your footsteps and run the family business. So you're telling me they don't. So they're not going to get nothing?
No, do your own thing. Okay, so perfect example, Shaq. I don't know if you saw that video. I think Devin, you know where I'm going with this. Yeah. Shaq told his kids, go get a college degree and I got you. I'm not just going to give it to you. You got to bring me a college degree. And then if you want to do a business,
Shaq have a college degree?
Business plan together. He finished college. He went back and finished. Even though he left school early, he went back and finished. But even if he didn't have a college degree, he's at a point now where he's saying, go get that college degree. If you have a business you want to do, bring me a business plan and I'll help fund your business. But don't just come to me and say, Daddy, you know what? I think I want to grow overgrown tomatoes. Can I get $1 million? What? No.
Man, whatever my child believe in, I'm going to invest time. It don't matter how stupid it is. I'm going to invest time. You see what I'm saying? What if to you, the business plan doesn't make sense? What if your child really say you want to invest in overgrown tomatoes? You want to say that's BS, so you're not going to get no money?
You got to get down to the root of it. I'm not saying that to kill your child's dreams. What we're saying is at some point, you got to pull that umbilical cord. You can't just keep feeding foolishness, right?
back to your point, Keno. Like I said, you pass away, you leave your kids set up. That one kid that keep falling off the wagon, you gone now. You can't save him. He or she blows the money. Keno Bino ain't there to save him. Then what?
You ain't got no control, bro. You dead.
But if you get them, if you put some structure to them and they get out of that mentality while you're still alive, you can't help them dead. You understand what I'm saying?
Like everybody's going straight. Like nobody again is going to grow up and do everything that our parents taught us to do, because as we become adults, we make our own decisions, right? And some of the things that we probably experienced as a child, we probably say, okay, I'm not going to raise my child that way. Right? So everybody's going, but there's a foundation that you set. And to Devrin's point, if you lay that foundation for them to understand financial literacy, then chances are they're not going to blow the money when you leave the earth.
And it depends. It depends on what kind of parent you are. It depends on what kind of parent you are, because not a lot of people going to instill discipline and certain things in their kids, showing them financial literacy. Some of these kids grew up spoiled, bro, not learning shit. We know that. That's different. If I instill certain thing in my kids, right? All right, take a bird, for example. A bird. When the mother or whoever flies away from the nest, right? Yeah. They bring back food or whatever. The mom feeds them until they're able to fly and fend for themselves. Okay,
I'm glad you brought up a bird.
But let me finish. In the event that a wing is broken, you think the mom gonna say you a still grown ass adult? No, I'm gonna feed you too.
No, how does, I'm glad you brought up a bird. How does the mother bird teach the baby birds how to fly?
Toss them in the air.
They push their ass out of the nest. Get out. Kick them out.
Man, birds ain't got hands, dog. How they gonna push them? Yo, this man right here, dog.
What is your this man wanna instead of focusing on the point that I was trying to make,
he losing the argument. He losing the argument. So there you go.
You wanna crack jokes? All right, we had a little had to go to commercial break. We had to pay some bills. but we're back. Keno, you was about to either ask a question or make a statement. Do you remember?
Nah, I was saying we speak about we trying to eliminate, we trying to build financial wealth during generations. But I'm like, if you don't plan on passing anything down, like you kids got to work for it. Not all kids might end up being successful. So if you set a limit on where and or do you feel yet? Have you seen Power?
Y'all ain't finna clown me.
No. Have you seen Power for real?
Yeah, I seen it.
No, I've never watched Power.
Clock out.
No, but Tariq, right?
Yeah.
His dad, Ghost, St. Patrick, said in order for him to get any money from the estate, he got to complete a 4-year degree. Got to stay out of trouble, do all them stuff. Like I'm saying, what if this man don't believe in an education? He's not going to get nothing. So what going to happen to his cut of the money? You see what I'm saying?
But okay, so you think it's okay to work your behind off? We work to build this Lion Dens podcast to something where, we can build generational wealth, right? You branch off, start a business. You just gonna give it all to Avery and Amir?
Hell yeah.
They don't have to work for nothing?
Hell yeah. Bro, my job as a parent is to make my kids' life less harder than mine.
Correct.
And that don't mean I'm gonna put them through some hard shit just to prove a point or just to teach them life. Man, if it may be embarrassing for my son, but if he's 40 and you want me to hold his hand and cross the street with him, best believe I'm gonna do it. I don't care who watching, because that's my flesh and blood. And if I got money He ain't got to do nothing to earn it. And I'm dead ass, Devin. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm telling you, he ain't got to accomplish nothing to live off my riches.
Hey man, I guess we just gonna agree to disagree. Everybody's gonna have different views on this. Like, ain't no wrong or right way to really do this thing. You know what I mean? We all just gonna do what was best for our kids and stuff like that. But
I mean,
I completely agree. There's nothing wrong with taking care of your kids. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that you're not supposed to take care of your kids. They're your kids. You're supposed to take care of them. You're supposed to, like you said, to your point, Keno, you want to leave your kids in a better position than where you were when you were a child. That's how you build generational wealth. You just keep building. But at some point, they have to understand what it's like to work for something. That's why we used to get allowances when we were younger. You work, you do something, and you get rewarded for it.
Man, ain't get no goddamn allowance, dog. I'm just putting that out there. I didn't get. Listen, I wasn't hungry or anything, but there was no extra for me.
Devin frozen again.
Devin, you good?
Yeah.
Nah, how you doing?
Yeah. Well, you know, hey, I don't know how they did it in Jamaica, but you know, it might not have been an allowance to give.
Nah, listen, I wasn't hungry or anything.
They didn't have allowances. Like in Jamaica, growing up, you didn't get allowances. You know, you're lucky if you got lunch money, depending on the family that you came from.
That's the only thing you get, lunch money, bro.
If that.
Like I said, I wasn't hungry. Made sure I had a good meal every day, night, before, breakfast, everything. But when you talk about wants, nah, bro, you're going to get what you need. Allowances wasn't a need, bro. That was a want. Majority of the household in Jamaica ain't getting no allowance, bro.
Correct. So now with that being said, knowing how you grew up in Jamaica, you think it's okay just to say, okay, I work to obtain $10 million, right? I'm going to leave all 10 million. And again, nobody's saying that you're not supposed to leave your kids in a better position. That's not what I'm saying. I'm sure that's not what Devin said. But at what point do you let them say, okay, you got to work? Daddy's money is daddy's money. That's for me and your mother to enjoy. We work hard for this.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, let me ask you a question.
That's why you create like a separate bank account for them. So whenever something happens, this is yours. You know what I'm saying? Dion told a joke.
You're gonna raise an enabler, basically.
Yeah.
My kids ain't no neighborhood, bro.
But that's what happens when they just don't have to work for nothing. That's what happens.
Listen, there's a difference. So if my kid just flat out said, all right, daddy's rich, I ain't doing shit. I ain't gotta do shit because he's gonna take care of me. I'm not gonna put that in their head. In an essence, that's what basically it is. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna let them know that. If my child get up tomorrow and say, man, listen, school hard. I want to stop going to school and focus on building a business, building something on my own. You're not gonna invest? You're gonna say education is the key?
No.
And you ain't getting nowhere without education?
You're gonna learn both.
And I had a question for you. I wanted to ask you before I forget, and I'm gonna ask you again before I forget. When you went to college, right? Mm-hmm. You pretty much had to do everything on your own. You had to find a job, apart from grants, all that stuff. Any few extra, you had to find a job and do everything on your own. If you're in a position right now to pay for your child's institution and to make sure you gonna say, well, I went through it, so my child gonna have to go through it and learn the same way?
No, that's not what I'm saying. And that's how I know you're missing me and Devin's point. But to answer your question, one, I didn't have to go through nothing alone. My parents was there. But while my parents weren't able to just write a check to cover all my expenses for college, they were there. They helped me fill out the forms. They helped me go through financial aid. They did all that stuff. You know.
So at no point in college you had to work?
No, I didn't work. I mean, yeah, you know what? I take that back. I got a job my late junior, early senior year of college. right? But that was
Bro,
by
I'm
choice.
Jamaican. What year is that?
Like your third, your third year, the ending of your third year, beginning of your fourth year. I got a job, but my parents had to learn the system. They had to learn. I was the guinea pig. Like, so everything I experienced, my brother and my two cousins, they didn't have to experience that. They got cell phones earlier than I did. They got a car earlier than I did. Because my parent, I was the first person to say, okay, let's figure this out. Now, to answer your question, if I get in a position where I can write a check where my kids don't have to worry about paying back financial aid and stuff like that, or student loans, then yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm not saying
Why is that?
Because I don't want them to have to worry about a student loan when they graduate or for the rest of their lives, because I'm still paying back my student loans. But the point that me and Devin are making is, when you graduate, or even before you graduate, at some point, we're not just gonna allow you to constantly live off of our hard work. Like, at some point, you're gonna have to go out there and get it yourself too. Because even if I leave you $10 million, you can blow that in a year doing stupidness. We've seen documentaries of people blowing their money trying to do dumb stuff with it, and then turn around and be like, man, I wish I would have had a financial advisor. Devin, you jump in. Can you hear me, Devin?
Froze, Devin?
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear. But
Mr. Lee.
Yo.
How you doing?
So the question is, your child is in school, going to college, write a check, pay the tuition in full, gonna make sure they have their own cars, all that stuff. They're not gonna need nothing during college.
Nah, I'm not that I'm not gonna do. Like, you're not
Why
just gonna
not?
go to college. You're not just gonna go to college and feel like, because you know what school is? School is your job as a student. That's your job.
Exactly.
Your payment is your grades. So if you bringing home F's, I'm not rewarding you.
You see, I think that has a lot to do with the mindset of African Americans, dog. Because yes, and this is why I said we not gonna build generational wealth thinking like this. Because the average Caucasian, all these races, bro. And I said, do you not see these things on TV? And don't believe everything on TV, because it's an image of the real world. These Caucasian kids are getting F's in college, but they still got these sports cars. They still throw these frat parties. They're still going to get mommy and daddy's money and inherit it, whether they graduate with a college degree or not. And that's how you continue to build generational wealth. The African American gonna say, man, if you don't come home with straight A's, you ain't getting shit.
Stop watching Power, dog. Stop watching Power.
I didn't say it was Power, dog.
Yeah, man. If you didn't describe Power,
Yo,
if you don't stop watching it,
it's not only Power, bro. I'm telling you, that's the stuff that's going on. I don't see no Caucasian looking at the kid saying, hey, you're not gonna take over this $1 billion business if you don't get a college degree. Bro, as long as I got breath in me, my child not gonna need nothing. I don't care if you financially able to take care of you. I don't care if you're a millionaire. I'ma still give you money, dog.
listen, again.
Okay.
Look at Master P and Little Romeo. Little Romeo was already a millionaire, and his dad did what on his birthday? Threw that man $100K, dog. Rubber band.
Little Romeo worked for it.
Work for it, huh?
The man was creating songs at an early age. He was doing
man
movies.
Had ghostwriters, bro. He had
it don't matter. He didn't have to get in the studio and work for it.
He owns a college.
What?
He owns a college.
He owns a college.
All right.
The man worked for it.
Okay.
And that's all we're saying. Like, do the work. Nobody's saying that you're not supposed to be there. But at some point, you have to let them work for it.
You're telling me he's at a
So
position
if
now
you
where
hold on, I got a question. If you was rich right now, and Avery says she want to stop going to school, you gonna let that happen?
yeah.
I'm leaving. I can't.
Any way to prove the point, huh? Any way to prove. Now, for the record, how old is Avery?
7.
What time you leave? What? I need you to clock out.
Bruh, don't eat.
That's the thing I'm telling you, bro. You don't need a college degree or a diploma to be successful. If my daughter said right now she don't want to go to school, all right, bet. But what do you plan to do to better yourself?
She gonna live off daddy.
And she gonna tell you at 7. Yeah.
I'm not gonna listen to her at 7 because I
Oh,
she don't know what
okay.
she wants.
Oh, now you don't want to listen. Oh boy.
But if she's going to college, or say, all right, I don't want to do this no more. I want to live off daddy.
No, that's different because she's already in college. So she's already somewhat of an adult, and she understands, and she should have an understanding of what choices are. Right? But you're still the parent, you still have to guide them. Because experience teaches wisdom.
Well, guide them
Correct?
how? By showing them they got to go to school?
No, because not everyone that has gone to school has been successful. Right? So yes, you can not go to college and become a billionaire. It's out there. Nobody's saying you're stuck on going to school. Nobody's saying that. What we're saying is at some point you have to let them work for it. Okay, you don't want to go to school? Fine. What's your plan? Tell me something. If you don't have a plan to tell me, that ain't gonna happen.
So what you gonna do with your money?
Not in my house.
What you gonna do with your money? Who's gonna get
Enjoy it because I work hard for it.
So you gonna
That's
spend
not to
your
say-
last dime before you go because you don't
No.
want to pass it down to your kid?
No, I'm not saying that.
Yes,
Yes,
that's not the way the conversation was going though. You know, we were talking about just, and we straying off too, because we were talking about just helping the kid. When is enough enough? That's basically the bottom line. When is enough enough?
There's no time frame for that.
In your opinion.
How you gonna put a time frame on that?
In your opinion. Now you keep enabling your child, and your child is out here committing crimes. You still gonna keep fueling the fire for your kid? Still gonna be enabling your kid? He or she out here committing crimes?
Bro,
And you know it.
You as a dad know your child is a stone cold killer. You gonna take him into the police station, or you gonna say he innocent?
That's not the point.
Yeah, it's not the point.
That's not the point. That's not
What's
the point.
not the point?
That question. Don't
You
make
just said it keep enabling him to do crime, right?
No.
Isn't that what you just said?
So let me with Devon point. Let me ask you a question. Your child commits a crime. You spend millions of dollars in lawyers' fee to get them off. They go out there and do the same thing again.
I'm gonna spend millions of dollars again to get him off. Bro, you can't
Like,
sit here and tell
okay,
me.
so let me say this. I don't think that was a good question, because I think any parent would continuously do whatever they can to keep their child out of jail. I'll say that much. I think any parent will do whatever they can to continuously keep their child out of jail. However, look at Devon. With the smile on his Yeah, he was frozen.
God damn.
No, that wasn't.
The man was frozen like this. No, but I think any parent will do whatever they can to keep their child out of jail. But again, it's just you can't continue to enable mediocrity. Like, you can't, if somebody wants to be mediocre, like, again, to your point, I can't expect my child, I would only hope but I can't expect my child to have my work ethic. It's because they're my child don't mean they're gonna have my drive, my work ethic, my street smarts, whatever. Like people grow up and they make their own decisions. But what was not gonna happen is you're not gonna come to me and say, Daddy, I want to drop out of school. I want to start my own business. All right, cool. You know, school's not for everybody. I'm a firm believer in that. Now, with this business that you want to do, what's the plan?
What if you don't believe in that plan?
Well, if I don't believe in it, then it's my job to kind of guide them in the direction of getting them to understand how to make the business successful. I'm not just gonna leave them high and dry and let them figure it out themselves. But now, if you continuously do foolishness to mess it up, you're not gonna say, okay, you're not gonna come and wing it. Everything is winging it. That's not gonna work. Because I'm not just gonna give you $1 million to do something just because you want to wing it. No, that don't work. All right, I'm gonna try something else. No. At some point, there has to be some type of thought process put into something to make sure that you're recouping the money that you're investing. The definition of insanity is continuously doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Exactly.
So at some point, you got to put some thought behind this. Because if you just want to sit here and wing it, all right, when you're done winging it, let me know.
So let me ask you a question. That means people who run track are insane.
What?
People who run track are insane.
What?
I'm gonna read right there, boy.
Because if I run track, if I run 100 meter, I put in the same work every day, and I believe I'm a finish first. So that's insanity, correct?
Hey, listen. Go ahead and
I
tell
can't
your
hear
dad
you.
joke. No, tell your dad joke so we can wrap the show up. Because I don't even know what else to say. I don't even know.
We're just gonna agree to disagree. It's always gonna be one, huh?
Exactly. It's always gonna be. I mean,
Bino is the one today.
I give him the credit. You know, you stand strong on your points. I give you credit. No matter how fragile they are, you stand strong on them. So I got to give you your point, but I want the audience's feedback. When y'all watch this video, leave a comment. What you feel, what you think. You know, when do you cut your kids off?
They're gonna say I'm right. Everybody gonna agree with me, bro.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, if that's what help you sleep at night.
Yeah.
But we don't say cut your kids off like not, because I think this is what Keno's stuck on. Cut your kids off like never deal with them again. No. When do you stop enabling?
But I want to know how many people gonna be comfortable knowing that their kid out there sleeping in a car and they at home sleeping in their comfortable at night. That's what I want to see in the comments too.
What if he bought her a house? And again, we don't know, but what if he bought her a house and all she had to do was continue to pay the mortgage? And then she stopped paying the mortgage and the house went into foreclosure.
Or better yet, he paid the house off,
yeah,
bought the house cash. She went out, took out a second mortgage on the home.
And lost the house.
And lost the house.
Why would she have to take out a second mortgage, bro? You're a millionaire.
We don't know. It's a hypothetical question.
Come to me, and we'll talk it out.
Maybe she was trying to stand on her own 2 feet and lost them.
I'll pay for that loan that she took out. I'll clear it in full.
But the question is, if she loses the house, are you gonna buy her another house?
Yeah.
Hey, I know I'm older than you, but can you adopt me? Can you? Because clearly bro, I'm in the wrong family.
If I
need you to adopt me.
Listen, I'm not just the average hardworking person. Like I'm telling you, my mentality would change. If I'm sitting on millions, bro.
And
I'm not talking asset wise.
AF.
Huh?
But they're gonna do another broke episode and Keno gonna be on there.
Broke soon. Who throws it down?
I'm not talking about sitting on millions worth of assets, bro. I'm talking about if I got millions worth of cash.
Cool. However you want to cut it or twist it, you're gonna be broke.
I'm gonna take care of mine, dog. I'm gonna take care of mine. Bro, my dog gonna have their own house.
What time you leave?
I mean, listen, if you got it like that, but they say it ain't tricking if you got it. Oprah dogs fly on a private jet. So I you know.
Look at that foolish. Look at that foolishness right there.
What?
You talking about me?
What? But she's a billionaire. I'm not saying, again, nobody's saying not to enjoy your wealth. Enjoy it. You work hard for it.
Did the dogs work hard for it?
Jesus, no, bro.
And again, you got people who are dying and writing will money for their dogs. How the dog gonna spend it?
The guardian is supposed to take care of the dog.
Angel?
What? Who's Angel?
Guardian angel, dog.
Hey, look here, man. Hey, when y'all watch this, leave a comment. Who do you agree with? When is enough enough? When do you stop enabling? Keno, go ahead and tell your dad joke.
Hey, you know the Lions Den can't be complete without my dad joke, right? So since we on the topic of kids and all that, hey Dev, how you laughing, bro? I ain't even tell the joke yet.
Because I know it's gonna be something corny.
Since we on the topic of kids and all that stuff, it's centered around that. So if a child refuses to sleep during nap time, right? Are they guilty of resisting arrest?
What?
You see what I'm saying there?
Say that again.
If a child refuses to sleep during nap time, are they guilty of resisting arrest?
Devin, you got anything else to say?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Keno has dropped the mic. Yeah, damn. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Again, if you leave a comment, tell us what you think about the podcast. Tell us what you think about the topic tonight. Tell us tell us whether you agree with Keno, if anybody on his side. That would be a thing I would like to read and see for myself, because I mean, wow.
Oh boy. Anyway, fellas, always a pleasure, man. It's the Lions Den. We look forward to seeing you.
Y'all be safe.
All right. We'll subscribe, like, dislike, whatever y'all want to do. Just leave a comment and stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
Peace.